My name is Scott Black, and Frankie is what I know him as. My cousin Frankie. For some reason, my mom always called him Frankie, and his mom, my Aunt Jean, always called me Scotty. So there are two people in the world that call me Scotty, and Aunt Jean was, well, actually, the other one's sitting right there, my cousin Donna. But my name is Scott Black. I'm proud to be here today as Frankie's cousin and friend here with each of you to honor this wonderful man. It's an honor and a humble opportunity for me just to share some of my personal thoughts and experiences and memories of my cousin Frankie, and then also to, on behalf of the family, share the life sketch of Frankie and the life that he led. But I remember, if you look at this awesome program here, I remember that guy. That's the Frankie I remember. The guy, my mom would take us over to Aunt Jean's house, and my cousins all had the cool hair, the cool mustaches, the cool cars, the lowriders that jump up and down, and Frankie, they said, and the chain steering wheel, I have no idea what that's for. I have speculation on it. I think I remember what Bo told me about driving, but anyway. I have fond memories of my cousin Frankie and my Aunt Jean and all her kids. My mom and my Aunt Jean had a great bond of sisterhood and a friendship, and that extended into their children. And even though we saw each other on an unfortunately infrequent basis, we're family, and we were united, and we loved one another, and we connected in an instant once we saw each other again. And so those are the memories that I have of Frankie, of just his jovial nature, his friendliness, his kindness, and always loving his cousin Scotty, and being just a cool big cousin to me. So, I'd like to share with you his eulogy. Franklin Dale Heath Sr. was born February 25th, 1957 in Niagara Falls, New York, to Daniel Nason Heath and Dolores Janine Heath. He was the third born out of 7 children. There was Danny, Larry, then Frank, then the twins, Bo and Donna, and then Michael, and then Lisa the caboose. With all due respect, cousin Lisa. He spent his younger years in the lovely peach state of Georgia. He then moved, after I learned from Bo, hopped around a little bit. Bubba streamlined it a bit, but there was Texas, and there was Georgia, and there was Niagara Falls, and then ultimately they moved with the family to Las Vegas, where he met his first wife, Mary Ann, and they were married in 1976. Together they had 3 children, Franklin Jr., Melissa, and Patrick. Later he was with Joanne, and together they had Samantha and Austin. In 2006, Frank married Tammy, and they had, right here in front of us, their 4-legged baby, Bugsy, who is so happy to be here, and that's awesome. Frank was a dedicated worker. For many years, he worked as a pressman for the Las Vegas Review-Journal and the Las Vegas Sun. He spent the rest of his working career with the Teamsters Union, Local 631. Franklin was a very hard worker. If anyone knew Frank, then you knew his love for all types of music, especially classic rock. He enjoyed singing, playing his guitar, both acoustic and electric, and one of his favorite songs was Sweet Melissa by the Allman Brothers. If that name sounds familiar to you, that's where Melissa got her name. He loved Harley Davidsons and his classic cars. Frank was a great handyman, but even a better cook. He was adventurous, caring, loving, and funny. He loved to tell jokes and make everyone laugh. I even like that saying over there, if someone offends you, please let us know because we need a good laugh. And that's Frankie right there. Frank was and I quote, simple man, just like the name of his other favorite song from Lynyrd Skynyrd. He always said, when you hear that song, to think of him. The last big vacation Frank went on with his family was to Laguna Beach. He had a blast, swimming in the ocean, hanging out on the beach, and just soaking in and enjoying the California weather. He had so much fun that he fell asleep on the porch with Bubba's father-in-law, Tony, on the patio. Awkward, just kidding. He woke up in the morning, and the first thing he said was, "I want to listen to the Laguna sunrise." He loved his family so much. He was close to Donna, who he lived with and spent most of the time with up until his last breath here on earth. Frank has 2 daughters-in-law, Kathy and Yolanda. He has 18 grandchildren. And if I say your name incorrectly, my apologies. But this is an amazing legacy as you hear these names. RJ, David, Ariana, Leilani, Tati, Aiden, Kyle, Ava. I met Thomas. Where's Thomas? I met Thomas. Abel, Patrick, Angelina, Giovanni, Scarlett, hardest one yet, wish me luck. Itziana, did I say it right? Mia, Marcelino, and Julian. He also has 4 great-grandchildren, and that is incredible. What a legacy with Jaden, Abriana, Andriella, and Anthony. He has his brother-in-law, Troy, and so many nieces, nephews, cousins, and friends. Frank now joins his parents, my Aunt Jean and Uncle Buddy, his brothers Danny, Larry, and Michael, his nephew Jason, and his granddaughter Brianna, all of his other family members who have passed on and are in heaven with God. Franklin, you will always have a special place in all of our hearts, and we know you're singing and playing your guitar in heaven. My brother and I assume that he's also playing bingo with my mom and Angie. No, that's an assumption, but we're going to go with it.
We hope so.
We hope so. We love you, we will miss you, and we promise to keep your memory alive. You, Franklin, Frank, Frankie, or whatever you call him, will be forever our guardian angel. Till we meet again at the gates of heaven, may you rest in paradise.